We are at the Kyoto train station. We're heading to Tokyo, and this has been a bucket list item for me for a long time. I'm so excited. We're going on the Shinkansen train, which is like the bullet train, and I can't freaking wait. It's about two and a bit hours to Tokyo. So join us on the journey and then see what we get up to in Tokyo. Isn't that the sexiest train you've ever seen?
As we were getting on the train, Hayes slipped out of his stroller and he was like near a pole, and I don't know if he busted his lip or if it's like a tooth situation, but blood and screaming, so he's on this train like 2 minutes off to a dramatic start.
Both mind and flesh, only we know how it goes. We know how it goes, hard to get in this. Both mind and flesh, we know how it goes. Way down low.
So cool.
Pretty cool. Yeah, that's amazing. I was just looking out the window and then I saw it like poking up from the clouds.
Guys, thank you for telling us to sit on this side of the train. How was your first Shinkansen ride? He slept literally the entire 2 hours. Where are we going? Yeah, what city? Is it Tokyo?
Yeah, Tokyo.
Have you been to Tokyo before?
Really?
When did you go? You've been twice. 3 times. You've been 3 times already.
He has, in fact, never been to Tokyo. None of us have. Right now we're in Tokyo. We're just outside our hotel, MIMARU. We're going to tell you about that later. But we're starving, so we're going to go find some food.
It's very quiet.
So quiet. And one of the reasons it's really quiet is because it's Saturday, and we're in Nihonbashi, which is like central Tokyo, but also I think it was a financial district. Is a financial district? It's so quiet. So it's particularly quiet on a Saturday. However, we've come to this place to get tempura donburi, which we've been trying to get for a while now, and we keep failing. And I saw that there's a really famous place near our hotel, and that there's usually lines. So we were like, oh, let's go at 4 o'clock. It's a random time. There's still a huge line. Very quiet, orderly line that we're standing in. And we're hopeful that we get to eat this. Okay, so we ended up waiting an hour, but it looks really good. Not hot.
No.
The point was for it to be fresh. It's soggy. It's soggy.
Yeah. I was expecting it to be a bit warmer, but it's still very delicious.
It's very good. It's not that crispy. It's not the best tempura I've ever had. Best tempura I've ever had. I'm not even going to tell you where it is because I'll get in trouble. But there is like a tempura fried soft-boiled egg that like oozes out all over the rice, and that's a revelation. Okay, now we're almost done with the extremely disappointing tempura, and it's empty up here. There's a line of people downstairs, so we're just incredibly confused. Look. So I'm genuinely curious if we have any Japanese people watching. I'm trying to think of my question. Previously, I thought the point of tempura was for it to be like crispy and eaten immediately. Is that incorrect? Or is this just a bust, overhyped, and we came on a bad night? Or is that like not an important thing? Because it's wild that we waited an hour for sake tempura. Not mad, I'm just like baffled. Also, I thought there was going to be some vegetables, which maybe there's not always vegetables. This was like eel and squid and shrimp and egg, which is delicious. I like when it has like mushrooms or pumpkin, whatever. So there you go. Sorry, I hate being negative on here, but I also don't want to be fake, and that place was wildly disappointing.
It's a bummer.
And now we're going to go home. Give Hazy a bath. We're going to get batteries for your fire truck, and then we're going to go home. Okay, we've just waded through water and now we're like climbing across a room full of like squishy beanbags. This is so wild. like almost knee deep in warm water with projected koi fish swimming all over around us. And I guess in a room full of mirrors, so it looks massive. It's so cool.
This is incredible.
That was really cool. Ace doesn't want to leave. We'll tell you our thoughts on it when we can find a second to do so.
You need to
In keeping with the theme of wild technology, we've come to the Dawn Avatar Robot Cafe, which I believe employs people with disabilities. And so they can work from home, or if they're bedridden or whatever, they're not physically in this restaurant. But then each table, if you dine here, which we're just at the cafe, I didn't quite understand. If you dine there, there's like a small robot avatar on your table, and you're communicating with the person that is somewhere else. And I think they share part of their story, and you have a meal with a robot.
And we did the front robot.
Yeah, there was an information robot at the front that we talked to, right?
and he turned off
He turned
She
up.
turned up.
on his eyes.
But she was really nice, wasn't she? Because we didn't have a reservation. And she said, you can still come and join the cafe.
I did think that the cafe, I knew that you could do the cafe or the restaurant. I didn't realize the cafe doesn't actually have the robots. So if you're thinking of coming here, it's worth noting. So in the end, he did get to see the robots pretty up close, and yet I was like trying to understand the concept, but the robots have like a photo and information about the person that is manning the robot. So I think if you dine there, you can sit and chat with them. However, this worked out well that you can drop in for a coffee and still kind of get to see and interact with them, because as the robots were like bringing food to other people's tables, they would stop and say hi to Hayes or say hi to us. So kind of a cool concept.
Yeah, I thought it was very good.
Okay, it's a little bit later in the afternoon. Hayes has had a nap. We're about to go to dinner, but before we do, I wanted to tell you a little bit about where we're staying. If you've been watching our other Japan vlogs, you'll know that we are staying in MIMARU properties. This is our third property, and you guys, these places are the most family-friendly properties we have ever stayed at. First of all, we're in a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom suite. It is so spacious for central Tokyo, like totally not what I expected when you hear Tokyo Hotel. But the coolest thing about this property, and I will say each MIMARU property has been very consistent, but had their own little uniqueness. The one here is that there's a lobby full of art. So prints all lined up, and you get a little bag, and you can select art for your apartment to put on these little picture shelves. So it's totally customized, which is really cool because we've been traveling for over a year now. So to have any kind of personalization is not something we ever really expect. And Hayes and I had a really great time picking out the artwork for this place yesterday once we arrived. So anyway, we're absolutely loving it here. I could go on and on and on about how great these properties are, but instead I'm just gonna leave more information in the description box below. And you should check it out if you're coming to Tokyo or Japan. We're in the Ginza.
And we in the
Yeah, we came here for Shabu Shabu.
and we eating bread.
We're eating bread?
Yeah.
We don't have any bread. Are we gonna cook our own food in this pot?
No.
No.
We cooking it in the hot salt.
Anyway, we came to Shabu, which I've only had I think one time with my Japanese host father when I was here in 2004. And he told me that it's called Shabu because of the noise it makes when you cook it, like shabu, shabu. But the real reason I wanted to come eat this is because this place in particular has a special sesame sauce, and sesame is like my favorite thing in the whole world. So honestly, we could be dipping cardboard into sesame and I would be happy. But we get to dip delicious pork and vegetables into it. Oh my god, it smells so good. It smells so good. You wanna help me? Okay, crush it.
Shabu experience was excellent, very delicious, we were really full, and then we got noodles and wonton soup to finish up. Cooked in the broth that we were just eating our food. Cheers.
On that note, I think that's going to be the end of this video. If you just found us on this one, we have a bunch more Japan vlogs, so feel free to check those out. And we'll also have a few more Tokyo videos on the way.
Today we going to run on our roof.
Can you say thank you, MIMARU?
Thank you, MIMARU. Goodbye.
Yes, thank you, MIMARU. I will put all of that information in the description box below.
Bye bye. Bye bye, camera.
If this hotel could get any better, from 7 to 9:30, there's a sake tasting in the lobby. So we're gonna go check that out.